Welcome back to Los Santos Street Wars. In today's video, we will be picking up where we left off with RenegadeBaller's founder JD would have another group that was connected with his group in Chicago that go by South Ranch Ballers shoot at Mozzie and NHF members at BK video shoot. The NHF member that was shot would later tragically lose his life at the hospital. Mozzie would be recovering from his injury and would be expected to be released from the hospital, while RBG members and Green Gang members would sit in federal prison after the RICO charge. JD bond would be set in court and he would be released a month later. Sosa would still be fighting his case along with the rest of the Green Gang members. BK would be upset and he would contact more shooters in Los Santos and Chicago area to assassinate JD and South Ranch Ballers members. JD would also make calls. This would escalate things to another level in both cities, which would lead to a bloodbath and would take both innocent and dangerous individuals' lives. Now that we're all caught up, let's get into the video. BK would contact a shooter that was a close friend to Mozzie known as NHF Lil J. Lil J was a violent individual, and he would be linked to a lot of shootings across Chicago that involved South Ranch Ballers members. He also targeted Heck, a rap artist from South Ranch Ballers who go by Heck 26th Killer, but Heck Killer would be a 26th member known as C-Boy. Lil J didn't waste no time to retaliate against South Ranch Ballers BK, Scully, Lil J, and a member from a different set tied to 98 families known as GGN. The member from GGN known as HG. Lil J and the rest of the group would go around killing anyone a part of South Ranch Ballers in Chicago. The member from South Ranch Ballers that was assassinated would be identified as 26 years old Breezy. Lil J and the group would catch Breezy near 59th standing by a black SUV. Scully would drop off Lil J in an alley where Lil J would chase down Breezy and shoot him multiple times. Breezy would be pronounced DOA by Chicago EMS. Lil J would get away with this shooting for now, but he wouldn't stop there. Here is the footage. Lil J and another group of dangerous individuals. One of them would be identified as Cheese. Cheese would be a general in his own small group known as SSKT, Sunnyside Cutthroats. Cheese, Lil J, and two unknown suspects would be in Los Santos when a shootout erupted, killing 3 suspects, injuring 1. One of the possible shooters was believed to be shot also, and an innocent man who was shot inside his home by a stray bullet. The FIB would notice a transaction from BK account for a flight ticket from Chicago to Los Santos. When FIB played the security footage in the Los Santos airport, Lil J would be seen leaving the airport with Cheese. They would believe that BK flew Lil J to meet with Cheese and LS to kill any Ballers group in Los Santos, mainly JD group. Instead, they would catch BCG members, Duck, Pino, Hunted Shots, and Stunna. All would be killed besides Stunna. Stunna would be in critical condition. The shooter that would be shot did not check into a hospital near the area, so there was no evidence towards the shooters. Here is the footage of the shooting.
I worked in millions, still in the trenches. 5 years ago when it was 64 a fifth brick. Just check Mercedes, I'm the type of was my biscuit.
Stunna was hospitalized with life-threatening injuries. Doctors believed he wasn't going to make it, but his family had faith in him. Meanwhile, BK, multiple 98 families members, HG, and his group GGN, would all fly to LS to meet with Lil J, Cheese, and SSKT members. Mozzie would also fly to LS after recovering from his injuries for BK birthday party. BK party would be in an alley downtown at a studio, 15 minutes away from Little Seoul, where JD and RenegadeBallers members and a few South Ranch Ballers members would be waiting to get the location from a female. She would also let them know that EST members are there too. EST group is tied under a rap artist named ESTG, who was also there for the party, so was Gotti and Trap Money D. JD wouldn't care about ESTG group because there was no beef between them. But if he was to step in, JD wouldn't back down. His problem was with BK, Mozzie, and any other 98th affiliates. JD would instead pull up deep to check BK and his group. A big brawl broke out after JD would swing at BK. All members from both sides would start fighting, even EST group. JD would walk off with his group while arguing with 98th members. JD and his group would come back to the front alley where they would shoot into the crowd. Lil J returned fire, which would lead into a deadly mass shootout with over 200 shots was heard. Many members, security, and innocent people was injured and killed after the shooting. ESTG would be shot. So was Gotti, BK, Mozzie again. Cheese and Cheese girlfriend, Trap Money D would be killed. Lil J girlfriend would be killed. A security for ESTG would be killed. Another unidentified woman was killed sitting outside, and an NHF member was killed. The FIB, LSPD, IAA, and detectives would team up trying to find everyone involved in this tragic incident. But it would be very difficult because the only footage was blurry. ESTG and BK would be the main suspects after people could be seen rushing two suspects, which is believed to be the rap artists, to the black SUVs in the alley before firing more rounds and fleeing. Here's the video. Members that were suspected to be involved in that shooting was wanted by LSPD Gang Unit Task Force, and U.S. Marshals. Both sides feared being captured and sentenced to life. So members would start leaving the city to evade being arrested by federal agents. They would also have to stay away from each other, because there are members who are still upset about losing their friends and being shot. Some members didn't stop there and wanted to seek revenge. Few of those members would be Lil J, Cheese, GGNCT, JD, D Menace, from South Ranch Ballers, and a few other people. Cheese would be the first one arrested by U.S. Marshals. After U.S. Marshals would swarm his home, he would be placed in federal prison with Sosa. D Menace from South Ranch Ballers would be captured next by FIB agents while he was sitting in his car. He would also be arrested and would be placed in LS prison. GGNCT was captured after he would lead LSPD and FIB agents on a high-speed chase. After he would shoot at an officer during a traffic stop before fleeing. He would then wreck his vehicle and would flee on feet along with another unidentified male. GGNCT was caught hiding in a house in the area, and the unidentified male was found 4 blocks down in someone's backyard. Here is the footage.
Stop your vehicle, please.
Start me a card for a parking problem. Pioneer 26.
Some help, guys!
One truck, White Lincoln X-ray 985 to come back outside.
CT would be placed in federal prison, and the unidentified male was placed in LS prison. Lil J was getting ready to head back to Chicago. He stopped by his mother's house to see her one last time. Lil J would then step outside onto the porch where he would be shot multiple times in a drive-by shooting. He would be in critical condition and was fighting for his life, but he would sadly pass away. Rumors went around saying JD paid a group to get rid of Lil J, which we'll be discussing in part 3. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like. See y'all later.
I'm with this shit like I'm Dennis. I started this shit, I'm a business. Niggas be hating, trying to blemish my image.